Hi, everyone.
Welcome back to Unpacked with Ethan.
And Reese. And today, we're going to be talking about Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Thanksgiving.
This will come out on Black Friday, which is the
Oh my
day.
god. That's why our views are going to be down this week. Not for any other reasons. Because it's Black Friday. Our views will be down. We're struggling right now, Reese, a lot. The last one, I even promoted it and it did not do well.
So do you think we should end our podcast?
No. Here's the thing.
Break it down.
Every time that we get together to do our podcast, the night before you always ask, do you still want to have a podcast with me? And I'll tell you right now, I'll let you know when I don't. You don't have to. You don't have to ask every day.
Okay, because here's the thing with me. I get nervous that people lose interest and they're continuing doing what they're doing and associating with me just because they're too scared to tell me that they don't want to anymore.
Why would I be scared?
Because that seems like something you would be like, I don't want to tell you that I don't want a podcast with you anymore. Because even like last year, like we would do stuff and you'd be like, well, I'll do it if you want to do it. And it's like, it would be so obvious that you didn't want to do it and you were just doing it to like give me some sort of joy. But let me tell you something, I'm not going to enjoy myself if the person I'm with doesn't want to do whatever we're doing as a joint unit, you know? You get what I mean?
But every
because it's
week
like
before we film,
I know.
Do you still want to have a podcast with me? It's like, bro, we're on season 2, and how many episodes in? 17 episodes in on season 2.
I'm just making sure you don't hate me.
Okay.
And then you still want to have a podcast with me. I feel like that's not that terrible of a thing to ask. You've never asked somebody for reassurance.
Yeah. Whoa. Don't start with me on that topic.
Whoa. I didn't know it was a sore subject. Sorry. I was just saying sometimes when somebody doesn't. Also, maybe you should seem more excited about our podcast then. Because I'm like, are you ready to podcast this week? You're like, I forgot I had a podcast. Yeah. Sure. When are you coming over? And it's like, well, fuck, brother. If you wanted me to, like, not doubt if you want me around or not, maybe you should show more interest.
Well, listen.
Listening, as I do.
It's not that I show less interest in this. It's that I show very little interest in everything. When have you ever heard me be like, yes, absolutely, that sounds fantastic?
Never, to be honest.
Or even like, oh my god, yeah, that's really exciting.
Let's talk about that. Guys, whenever I ask Ethan to do literally anything, his only answer is always sure. And I feel like to anybody else in the world, they would understand why that is such a hurtful thing to say. Like, sure, if I ask you, if I'm obviously so excited about something, like I'm like, do you want to watch Harry Potter tonight? And you're like, sure. It's like, okay. We don't have to watch Harry Potter. I'll instead go home and commit suicide. Like, fucking sorry for asking you. Sorry for inconveniencing you and freaking wasting your time with even having to answer. Sorry you had to fucking utter the words sure. So yeah, you do seem very disinterested about everything all the time. What's that about?
Maybe I just don't have an interest in most things. I don't know. I'm excited about things. In my head I am, and in my head when I say sure, it's like, yeah, sure.
You don't come across that way literally ever. So what are you excited about? What does bring you joy and excitement?
We're having our Friendsgiving tonight.
Are you excited?
That's exciting. I have to cook for it. That's scary. I still haven't done it. It's in a couple hours.
It is. I made pie.
Yeah.
I need to close my legs.
I'm making mac and cheese.
What flavor?
What do you mean, what flavor?
What kind of cheese?
Sharp cheddar and pepper jack.
Sounds yummy. Can I try some?
Yeah, you're gonna be there.
You can have some of my pie.
Okay, thank you.
I made mini ones too. There's gonna be a lot of pie.
Good. So how do you feel? I guess, first of all, have you had a Friendsgiving before?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I typically do every year. Or I guess
not last year.
Last year I did. With my friends from home.
Oh,
I know, controversial.
Did you all make something?
Mm-hmm.
Whoa. That's crazy.
Ryan was the one who hosted it. Shout out to you, Ryan. But Ryan isn't very talented at cooking turkey, and he underestimated how long exactly it was going to take to cook the turkey. So we didn't get turkey till like 11 p.m. because it was still really raw when everybody came over at like 5. And I was one of like maybe 4 people that got turkey because I was one of the only people that stayed. But anyways, yeah. And I typically always bring some sort of dessert. Or I'll bring, last year I brought the sweet potato casserole with the marshmallows on top.
Which I had never heard of that before.
Which really surprises me because it's such like an iconic Thanksgiving dish. It's something
Is
that,
it really?
for sure. It's something that's at like at least every Thanksgiving since I can remember. It's like do you not typically have sweet potatoes on Thanksgiving?
Mm-mm.
Really? Yeah, sweet potatoes are like so Thanksgiving. It's typically with the pecans and marshmallows.
Yeah, I
Or
never
maybe
heard
just
of
for
it.
me and Lizzie it is, but I don't know. Do you typically do Friendsgiving?
No.
Is this your first one
Yeah.
ever? Oh, are you really excited?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm so excited for you. I'm honored to
It's kind of crazy.
be a part of it. Wow. What are you expecting? Any
I don't know.
expectations?
To be honest, the bar isn't that high because
Really?
there's no other Friendsgivings I've ever had, and we
Oh,
also live in apartments right now
that's
with
true.
not a lot of room to host.
I know. I was like, it's definitely not. It's kind of just gonna be a meal. Like the ones in the past are more of like a meal and a gathering,
Mm-hmm.
But this is very much so like I don't really have enough chairs to seat everybody, and it's kind of just gonna be a meal. But I still think it'll be fun. We can play music and play games.
And yeah,
We can do a puzzle if we really want. I have 2. We can have a puzzle competition. Who finishes
that's
first?
actually a really good idea. A puzzle competition.
I'm glad you think so. Today, Josh called me a fucking loser because he was like, "What'd you do this weekend?" And I was like, I went to my friend's birthday party. I did a puzzle. My roommate's friend from out of town came and he was like, "You did a fucking puzzle?" I was like, "Yeah." And he was like, "I didn't know you were a fucking 9-year-old who didn't know how to fucking have fun." I was like, "Who do you think you are?" But anyways, it caught me off guard. He was like, "What are your other hobbies?" I was like, "I like to bake and do crafts." He was like, "You're fucking lame." But anyways, continue.
I also had a conversation about you at work.
Really, did you?
Yeah,
What was it about?
it's about you working on puzzles as well. I had to tell our manager that I was a little bit worried for you though,
Why?
because I told her, well, last time I spoke to her, she said she wanted to kill herself.
So I could tell her the same thing about you.
You could, but I was the one who was working with her.
Don't worry. I'll fill her in
You
next time.
text her, just so you know.
I thought about it when Brooke or Lisa?
Brooke.
Oh yeah, because I was like, God, I wish Brooke was here so I could unpack my side of the story.
Well, I feel like I told it pretty accurately. I was like, to be honest with you, Brooke, I've been really shitty lately. She's like, why have you been shitty? And I told her. She's like, oh, okay. And I was like, this is really weird because I normally don't like, especially at work. I don't think I've given anybody a single personal detail besides my birthday.
That's what I was thinking the other day.
Like, we don't tell these people anything.
And I know like literally their entire life story. Like too much for coworkers.
I
Guys.
don't think so.
Well,
I think it's just enough.
okay, yeah. I mean, it is. It's good. It's interesting to know that much about people. But I was like, wow, they know nothing about me.
I know. Like, what? I kind of like it that way, though, because it's like, it's just whatever they think in their head.
I know, and I want to know what they think.
They think that we're in love.
Yeah.
I don't think they do anymore, though.
No.
After I told her.
Told her what?
Told her the news.
That we're not in love?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I had to tell her, too, because they were really pressing into me. And it was too much, I had to say. It's not like that. He's just my friend. But anyways, back to Thanksgiving. We could do it. Anyways, it'll be good.
So, what about regular Thanksgiving with your family? How do you feel about it? And whoever keeps texting me so much.
I really like it, because let me tell you something. My, favorite thing to do, this man is Snapchatting right now. He's going to be like, why are our views down? Probably because you're fucking snapping people while podcasting.
Sorry.
But anyways, I love Thanksgiving because, to be honest, my favorite thing to do in the world is host. I really love being the person who gets to put things on and gets to like make things for people and gets to have the people over, you know? Because then I can be like, I have to go and do this in the kitchen. I have to go and handle this. You get what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Do you really?
Yeah.
Why are you going like this?
My lips are really chapped, and I don't have my chapstick with me.
Nor do I.
It's
Sorry.
okay.
But yeah, so I like it. It's fun. And it's always hosted at my house because I don't know. My family is good at putting it on, at making food because we're all kind of bakists and cookists. So we're good at cooking shit. How about you? How's your family Thanksgiving experience?
It's pretty okay.
Elaborate on that for me
Mm,
if you care to.
I don't know. I feel like Thanksgiving isn't really interesting with my family. Like, we go, we eat, we speak to each other. It's not a big ordeal.
Well, isn't it just like your immediate family for you too? Like
Mm,
your
no, it depends on the year.
oh,
Last year, what was it last year? Last year, I think it was just us. But, like, sometimes it's my grandma. Sometimes it's a lot of people. Like, we
really?
go to my aunt's house, and then there's a ton of people. But recently, it's been more. Thanksgiving is, like, not as big of a deal. And then Christmas is, like,
Big.
yeah.
That's
But also not really at all.
Not good or not big?
Because we have, like, 3 separate Christmases.
Okay.
And it's like, okay, I'm seeing the same people at, like, 2 of the parties.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, why don't we just have one Christmas?
Why don't you? You don't know.
Couldn't tell you.
So who are the 3 different Christmases?
We have one with my grandma. Normally, it's like my grandma and then my grandpa's side of the family, I guess, and like my grandma's side of the family. But then we have my other grandparents. They come, and it's like all of my cousins and stuff.
Oh,
And then we have like our more like my aunts and my uncles at one. So it's really.
that sounds so weird. Why don't
And then my
we
grandma
just have
still
one?
comes to the other one.
Mm-hmm.
I think I don't know.
Strange. We'll save that for the Christmas episode, though. Do you enjoy Thanksgiving?
It's okay. It's never been that exciting to me.
Mm-hmm.
It's like you eat food. Never mind. It's actually probably the most excited I ever get
Why?
nowadays.
Because you get to eat so
Well,
much
Halloween is number 1, but Thanksgiving is number 2 because I'm like, God, most of the time I don't have to cook, and people give me pumpkin pie.
Truth. Doesn't get better than that.
And then I kind of like it at my house how it is now, or at least how it was last year. Because I'll go home, I'll get there like a day before. It'll be like, oh, I'm back, blah, blah, blah. And then we have our Thanksgiving. Then right after we eat, my dad's like, all right, gotta go watch football. Gets up,
Mm-hmm.
puts his plate in the fucking sink, and then goes and watches football.
Do you watch with them?
No. Well, I'll sit out in the living room
Mm-hmm.
because I'm still munching on the pie.
Mm-hmm.
But I haven't watched football in so long.
I watched football yesterday.
I think last year, me and my brother went and played Fortnite.
That's good.
But yeah, this year it's going to be very exciting because I'm going to go see my dog.
Do you know who's going to be at your Thanksgiving this year?
My dog.
Just your dog?
That's all I know of.
Your mom
They
and
haven't
dad,
said
maybe?
anything about it to me.
Really? Well, have
It
you
might be-
talked to them, period?
It might be really small this year, to be honest with you. Because I
Whoa.
don't even know if my sister is going to be there.
Really?
Yeah. It might just be the best ones of the family. Me and my dog.
Not your little brother?
And my brother.
Okay. And your mom and dad?
Yeah. They have to cook.
They have to cook. What is your spread like? Your Thanksgiving spread, sir?
Oh. Can I think about it? So listen.
Okay.
I like ham. Nobody in my family gives a fuck that I like ham normally.
Do they not like ham?
I don't think they care either way. They always make turkey, and only the years that I specifically have requested a ham, like, I'm like, "Please make a ham." Have they made a ham? I don't think we had ham last year.
I'm sorry.
It's okay, but it's really fucking not okay
Yeah.
because I really like ham and I don't like turkey, and it's always too dry, and I make fun of my mom every year because I'm like, "You're dry-ass turkey," and she always gets so upset,
I
and they're
agree.
always like, "It's not dry," and I said, "Yes, it is because it's in turkey's nature to be dry."
I agree. Turkey, I've never had a good turkey. Like, I've had turkey that's good for being turkey, but I think
Yeah.
that turkey, just as it is never going to be good. It's
Mhm.
always gonna be a little bit dry. Like, why not chicken? Rotisserie chicken is so fucking good. You don't
But
like rotisserie
rotisserie
chicken?
chicken is so smelly. My
It
house
really is so
my
smelly.
house always smells like rotisserie chicken because my roommate, she will sometimes bring home a rotisserie, and she fingers the fuck out of that thing.
Oh, I know.
Oh my god, wait, I need to share this. This is about food.
Okay.
My roommate,
Mhm.
we went out for one of the nights over the weekend. Can't
Mhm.
remember what night, to be honest. Friday night, we went out. Rough night. She fell, she broke her phone. She had to buy a new phone. She bought a new phone that night while she was still
So
drunk.
responsible.
So responsible. Not responsible enough to not break it in the first
It's
place.
okay.
But so really rough night. Had to chase her home. We walked probably 2 miles. It was freezing. I
Oh,
didn't have a coat.
I know it was cold.
Um, and we get back to my house. I cook myself a bowl of soup,
As one typically does.
and she, while I'm, while my soup is in the microwave, she pulls out a potato from the bag of potatoes she had because she was making mashed potatoes for our Friendsgiving.
Mhm.
Pulls out a full potato and sticks it in the microwave with my soup, like just right next to it. Lets it cook with my soup. She takes it out. She takes a bite. She's like, "It's not done enough." Puts it back in. I go up to my room. I'm eating my soup. I set it down. She comes up. Her potato apparently is still in the microwave. She put it
Okay.
in for like 5 minutes.
Mhm.
And she comes into my room, walks over to my bowl of soup, and just starts taking bites of it.
That's really
And I
funny.
was like, "What are you doing?" And she's like, "I wanted to try your
What
soup."
flavor was it?
I can't even remember, but it had rice in it.
Okay.
And she's like, "This is good soup." She stops for a minute. She starts talking to me. And then she goes back for another fucking bite. But this time it was like in my hand. Like the
Uh-huh.
first time it was set down. This time it was in my hand. And she comes over. I'm holding the bowl in my hand. And the spoon is just sitting there because I didn't take a bite of it.
Yeah.
She comes over, picks up the spoon, and takes another fucking bite.
And you let her?
Yeah, well, what was I gonna do? Pull it away?
Yeah. Hit out over here.
And then she brings her potato up, and it goes when she bites into it. She was like, "My potato is a little crunchy." I'm like, "Probably because you put it in your microwave for 5 minutes. It wasn't wrapped. It was just a potato sitting in the fucking
That's
microwave."
crazy.
And then she confided in me this morning that she did, in fact, cook herself another potato the same way once I went to bed.
That's crazy. I think I need to try it. I've
Don't
cooked a sweet
try it.
potato in the microwave where you wrap it in wet paper
She
towel
didn't do that.
and it works well,
She
but
just,
like that's crazy.
and she had two of them.
I
She
feel like
had
it had to have been a little bit raw still.
2 potatoes.
That's so many potatoes.
Keep in mind, my
That's
roommate is
crazy.
4'11". 2 potatoes and a couple bites of soup that she did not ask to have.
I'm happy for her.
But yeah, so I bet my roommate loves Thanksgiving.
I bet so. Wow. What is your favorite Thanksgiving? Oh, never mind, actually. Is it pumpkin pie?
My favorite Thanksgiving what?
Your meal or dish?
Dish
Yeah.
altogether.
Mhm.
I really love stuffing.
Do you really?
I do.
Stuffing is very
Yeah.
Do you put
But
gravy on your stuffing?
sometimes, oh yeah.
Okay.
Sometimes people do it wrong.
How?
I don't know, but sometimes people want to try to get a little too fancy with it. You don't got to be that fancy with it.
I grew up with my very Italian grandmother making stuffing, and there's Italian sausage in it and rice, and it's really good. I know, but I think you're gonna love it because I'm gonna bring you back something to try. Will you try it if I bring you some?
Yeah.
Okay. You're gonna shit your pants.
I don't know that I will though.
You're shit your pants or like it?
Well, I will
Hopefully.
shit my pants.
Okay.
That's
So what do you? Because I don't know. I don't know if I've ever had like traditional stuffing, so I don't know what it's supposed to taste like. But
I
the
don't
stuff that
know.
my Nona makes is really fucking.
Okay. Well, other than that, pumpkin pie.
What are your thoughts on people who have like apple or pecan pie?
I like apple pie.
You ever had pecan pie?
I don't think so.
I need to make you pecan pie too.
What else? My uncle, I'm pretty sure it was my uncle, made a peanut butter pie one time.
Was it warm or cold?
Cold.
Those are good. Like a peanut butter. Sorry. Like
Whoa.
like a peanut butter like mousse.
I think I just awoken something in you.
I really love peanut butter desserts, and
Me too.
my
Do you like
old
Buckeyes?
friends. Oh my fucking god! I'd never had a Buckeye until I worked at Crumble, and we had a peanut butter Buckeye cookie, and it was a peanut butter cookie with like a Buckeye on top. So you like put a peanut butter ball on top, and then you put melted chocolate over the entire thing. And that was the first time I ever had a Buckeye, and I was like, "Holy fucking shit, this is incredible!" But then when we were younger, me and my mom's best friend, who we call my aunt, would make fucking peanut butter balls, and I think that peanut butter balls are Buckeyes. I'm now coming to realize, but they're really fucking good.
Mm-hmm.
You like Buckeyes?
Yeah, I love Buckeyes.
I just really love peanut butter, and I would eat it by the spoonful.
I have a question.
Okay.
Would you used to do the whole peanut butter on celery thing back in the day?
Yeah, with raisins, ants on a log,
With
perhaps.
raisins? Yeah. I switched it up a bit because I didn't like the texture of celery, and I didn't really like raisins all that much.
Okay.
So I took a graham cracker, put peanut butter on it,
You had a silly name for it, didn't
and
you?
I put chocolate chips on it instead.
Hold on. I'm not gonna remember it, but it's something fucking funny, isn't it?
It's called Deer Turds in the Sand
Yeah.
instead of ants on a log. Because that's what it was. It was deer turds in the sand.
Obviously.
But
I had a
I think
friend.
I need to make that for you. I need to make you deer turds in the sand.
Thank you. But I had a friend in high school, and her mother one time it was called peanut butter lasagna.
Ugh!
But you have to listen. That was just like what it was called. But it was just because like you fucking took. Do you like Nutter Butters?
Yeah,
The cookies.
guess.
She put those, and then you mix peanut butter with Cool Whip, and like vanilla pudding mix, and then you layer it and layer it and layer it, and it was the best fucking thing I've ever had in my entire life. And I could eat so much peanut butter lasagna.
Did you put what? Okay.
Anyways, I'm trying to think. But the thing is, okay, what are your thoughts on the store-bought pie?
I'm okay with it.
I don't know if it's just because I bake a lot, and I have since I was little. So like I never grew up eating store-bought baked goods. It was always like if I wanted something, I would just make it myself. But I hate store-bought pie. What do you think of store-bought apple pie? You like
I
it?
don't think I've ever had it.
You don't want it. Excuse
Can
me.
you stop hiccuping into the microphone?
What do you think of mashed potatoes?
Mashed potatoes are good. I like mashed potatoes with things in them.
Like what?
Like bacon.
Do you like when the potato skins are still sort of in them?
Yeah.
Okay, do you like your potatoes more like really smooth and creamy, or do you like them when they're chunky?
I don't like the completely creamy ones. They taste weird.
I agree with you. Do you put gravy on everything?
I try to avoid it when having sex, so no, not everything.
Okay.
Turkey? I do.
That's good. Potatoes?
Yeah.
Stuffing?
Yeah.
Roll?
No.
Do you have rolls at Thanksgiving?
That's where I draw the line.
Okay. So everything but rolls and sex. You need to make what?
I need to make rolls with the stuff that they have at Texas Roadhouse.
Cinnamon butter?
Yeah.
I have a really good recipe if you need it.
I do need it because I used to go to Texas Roadhouse with one of my friends specifically for that.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
I
we
was gonna
never
go the
got
other night.
anything else from there. It's so good. And one time we went and she ate the whole basket before I could even have one. And
Good
then she
thing
was
they're
like,
free.
"How many did you have?" I was like, "None."
How did she eat all of them and not realize, though?
Well, if you know anything about me, when we're sitting down at a restaurant, I'm a talker, not an eater.
Oh, I know.
So I forget that there's food in front of me.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll just talk the whole time and then I'll be like, "Wow, my food's fucking cold now."
Yeah,
But in that case, if somebody else is eating it while I'm talking to them, wow, it's gone now.
true. I'm sorry. Have you been to Cheesecake Factory?
Mm-hmm.
Do you know the brown rolls?
Yes.
Did you know that you can buy the brown rolls from Kroger?
No.
Well, you can. So,
Yippee!
yes! Throughout high school,
Yes!
my mother would buy
Yes!
those.
Yes. Sorry, I'm being more engaged.
See, this engagement makes it seem fake and like you're making fun of
Oh,
me.
it is fake and I am making fun of you, but
I know.
your mother
I was
would
just
buy
trying to
them.
tell you, and I'd make cinnamon butter, and it was good.
Okay.
I'll make it for you if you're lucky.
Speaking of Cheesecake Factory, I've only been there once in my life,
Okay.
and it was on a birthday date for somebody
For
else.
you? Oh.
No, for somebody else. My roommate came with me, actually. Grace came with me.
On a birthday date?
Yeah,
Why?
because it wasn't like a birthday date, like two people.
I feel like it's not a date then.
That's what I'm saying, kind of. Because, like, it was just like a couple of, like, fucking random people. First of all, it was this dude and his cousin and his cousin's boyfriend.
Okay.
And so it was gonna be me, but then I was like, no, I'd like to bring Grace with me.
Mm-hmm.
So I did.
Interesting. And how'd it go?
Not very good. It was really awkward. They were all super fucking awkward. Nobody wanted to talk. And I also hated the man. So.
I meant more so how was the Cheesecake Factory
Oh.
experience, like the food?
Well, I can't really remember because I couldn't get past how fucking awkward it was.
You don't remember what you had to eat?
No.
Did you get cheesecake?
No. Actually, no. I've been there twice because I went one time with my friends before we went to, I believe it was Winterfest. We
Okay.
went to the Cheesecake Factory. Oh, yeah, because I have my black sparkly suit. And we went there. And I think we got cheesecake. But then we got really drunk before we went to the dance. And I think that the cheesecake was forgotten.
I'm sorry.
It's
Total
okay.
bummer.
But yeah, it was really weird too because the Cheesecake Factory that's closest to us is in Grand Rapids.
Really?
And if
Oh,
you
that is
know
strange.
if you know where I'm from, it's not Grand Rapids. So it was like we drove an hour out of the way to go eat
That's so
before our
weird.
dance
It's also not that good.
and then an hour back. Well, we weren't about to go to the fucking places that everybody else goes
Oh, I
to
guess that makes sense.
because there's like two restaurants around us.
Mm-hmm.
And then the one that's a little bit further away, my friend used to work at, so he didn't want to go there. But yeah, it was just not that memorable.
I agree. And for me, there like aren't really that many on the east side of the state. So the only time that I would go to Cheesecake Factories is for some reason whenever we went on soccer tournaments for either me or my brother, it would always be like one of the nights like the entire like team would go, which is like so random and weird. But anyways,
Mm. I need to talk to you about something really important, but first, we're going to have to take a commercial break.
that was so good.
Oh!
Today, I'm here to tell you what you need to do if you have a shitty life and you want it to be exponentially better. You know what you need to do? You need to get the fuck out of your fucking bed and buy an Awala bottle. A water bottle. Can I tell you guys, Ethan, have I told you how amazing this bottle is?
You have several times.
Let me break it down for you.
Okay.
So first, this one is like 32 ounces. So much water. I drink a lot of water, so let me tell you something. I drink like 6 of these a day, and I'm shaking off the fucking walls. But let me tell you. You go, thank you, thanks. Hey, you're so good at backing me up. Thank you. So let me tell you this. But first, can I get closer? Am I allowed to get closer?
Of course.
Good. Thank you. Guys. Whoa. You
Oh
guys have
my-
never seen me this close. Don't I look beautiful? Look at my bangs. Anyways, you fucking go like this and you can swing it around like a sexy little purse. Then
It's your clutch.
it's
for
my
the party.
fucking clutch.
Yeah.
Hit the button. Oh my god. Oh,
How does it do that? Does it
God.
always do? Okay.
I don't even have to fucking tip it back because guess what? There's a straw. Not only is there a straw, there's also my mic's the wrong way. There's a fucking spout. So if I want, I can tip it back, but need
Can I
not
try?
be. Ethan, take a sip for me. How was it?
Now, Reese and I have a couple classes together.
Oh my
And
god.
she always lets me have her water. And let me tell you something. She puts
Tell
ice
us.
in this
Uh-huh.
once a day.
Once a day,
And
guys.
it stays in there for the rest of the day.
Rest of the fucking day.
She refills this thing like 3 times. That water stays in there the
Ice
whole
fucking
time.
cold. Best water bottle you'll ever have. So now you're probably thinking to yourself, how am I going to get my hands on one of these? So you know what you're going to do? You're going to go to owala.com. That's OWALA.com. And you're going to add the fucking water bottle to your cart. And then guess what you're going to do once it's in your cart?
Can I tell him?
You can tell them, Ethan.
You are going to type in promo code Clarice.
What was that? Clarice, my formal
Clarice.
fucking government name?
CLARICE. Clarice. And you will get 20% off.
20% off!
20% off!
20% off of a water bottle that will change your life. Do you hear me? Thank you.
This is our first official sponsor on this show.
So thank you, Owala. We appreciate it.
We love it so much. You guys, please support because we are both broke as a 90-year-old falling down 2 flights of stairs. So please go support them. They're amazing. And is this your personal favorite color?
Personal
'Cause
favorite color
let
out
me
of
tell
every
you.
color that's ever been there.
They have a new one called the Creamsicle.
Yeah.
I think I need to get that one. And you know what I'm going to do to get it?
What?
I'm going to go to the website. What's it called?
Fucking Owala. That's OWALA.com.
And I'm going to type in what?
CLARICE into the promo code section.
And what am I going to get if I do that?
You're going to get 20% off.
20% off?
20%
What
off.
the
What
fuck?
the fuck is right,
This
brother?
is the best deal ever, probably.
I think this is the best day of my life.
This is the best day of my life.
Thank you. Glad we're in agreement.
Anyway,
Make it the best day of yours. Go to owala.com.
okay.
What'd you have to tell me that was so important?
So, I'm very sad
Why?
that I'm not going to be able to make it to a time in my life where I have a house with a big fancy kitchen and I'm married and I can invite friends over for Thanksgiving.
Why won't you make it there?
Because I've found out that I'm not going to make it out of college.
Why?
Because it's just not in the cards for me.
Why? So are you dropping out or will you be dying?
I will be dying
Really?
by somebody's hand, and probably soon.
Why?
I don't know. I can feel it in the... Oh, fuck.
What?
I think I just manifested my own death.
Have we told them about how whatever we talk about in the podcast always comes true?
We might have said something about it last episode, but...
Guys, it's like really fucked up. Whatever we talk about, okay, sitting on the couch is really silly. Look at how fucking goofy we look. We're like little pigeons together. But whenever we talk about something in the podcast, it always comes true. I think we did because we told them about how you saw your childhood friend at the fair and the mushrooms on pizza.
Oh my god.
And guys,
crazy.
there was a manifestation from last episode too.
There was. So last episode I did say that I might not have any men that I didn't hate soon, and now I do have 0 men that I don't hate. So that's an update for you all.
Do you hate my little brother?
Yeah.
That's okay.
Sorry for such a quick response. Yeah. Sorry about that.
I'm a part of me is sorry that you hate all men.
But
But a part of me is not.
okay.
That's all.
But yeah, because I think it would be really good to have a Thanksgiving as an adult. Ugh, I have an eyelash.
Mhm. Your eyelashes look longer today.
Thank you.
I meant to tell you that earlier.
Okay. Glad it's been on your mind.
It has been. Well, does it have to be at your own home?
No.
Can I invite you to my Thanksgiving in like 30 years?
Reese, I think you left out one of the.
Can I invite you to my Thanksgiving
You
in
can
30
invite
years?
me, but I'm gonna be dead.
Okay. But how's it?
Also,
Yeah.
racism. We need to talk about that.
Can we? Okay.
Do you have racist people at your Thanksgiving?
Yes. Well, hi. Apparently my cousin watches these now. So I personally think that there's racist people at our Thanksgiving.
Mhm.
Because kind of, well, it's kind of my father mainly. La-
Ow.
Last like family gathering we had, or like 2 family gatherings ago, it was
Bro.
at,
Sorry, I'm sinking.
okay. It was, do you want me to scoot over
Scoot over. What do you mean?
this way?
Oh
So
yeah,
good.
so you can be even more out of the frame than you already are.
How am I out of the frame? I feel like I'm 2 in the frame. But anyways, my dad was like, I don't even know what he was saying. He was like talking about what slurs we should bring back. And he was like, oh! But I guess that's not racist, but he was being racist. Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine. That's always been like the big thing that everybody talks about is having their racist family members at Thanksgiving. But there's never been a controversy at any of my Thanksgivings, I don't
Really?
think.
Wow. Good for you. Wow, that's really impressive.
I don't know.
Really? Like not even just racist. Like nobody's ever been problematic in any way.
No.
Like nobody ever brings up how much they hate gay people
Mm-mm.
or that like women shouldn't have rights.
No. Well, to be honest with you,
Whoa. Yeah.
I think that most of my family just might not be problematic people,
Wow. That must be nice.
which is really weird because we're from the middle of
It is
nowhere.
strange considering where you come from.
But genuinely, I didn't realize how big of a deal things were until I heard like from other people. They're like, "Oh my god, my parents like this and that," and I'm like, "What the
Oh
fuck?"
yeah.
Or like your grandparents, or
Mhm.
like,
Your grandparents aren't racist?
no, my grandparents raised my younger cousins that are mixed. Like we
Okay.
have one uncle.
Who's racist?
Yeah, and he's not like he's like a distant relative that we see on the 4th of July.
Interesting. Yeah, something always happens. Like something literally always goes wrong and somebody always ends up frustrated and I just always sit there like, this is so good.
So are there arguments at your Thanksgiving?
Typically, yeah. Typically somebody will get a little bit too heated and somebody will have to leave the room.
I wish we could have that. Maybe I'm just completely oblivious,
Yeah.
but we've never had that.
Well, do you guys have like a kids table and an adults table or does everybody just sit together? Like not just Thanksgiving, but I guess like any big family
Well,
gathering.
we don't have like a table to sit at. Like the food is on the
Oh,
table.
okay.
You get your food, you go sit like at my aunt's house when we have things there. It's like she sets up rows of tables.
Okay.
So there's like a table here, a table here. So I guess you're basically just sitting by like the people that you choose to sit by.
Okay.
So maybe that's why there's never any.
Probably.
But there's never been like a you can't say that or something like that, or somebody saying something that everybody else is like, what?
Yeah, there like literally always is. Even at like my birthday party, everybody was fighting about the Middle East and like I was like, "Guys, it's my fucking birthday. Can we not talk about this right now?" And like religion always gets thrown in there like fucking
That's so strange.
black people, whatever they can bring up that they want to argue about, they will. And God, yeah. I don't know if it's just very curated to me, but I've gotten so many TikToks now that's the week of Thanksgiving that are like, when somebody says something problematic, this is what you say. And all of them are like, I can't believe you just said that out loud. Like, why would I say that to somebody?
No, I can tell you. I'll give everybody advice at home. Don't tell somebody they're wrong if they say something that is wrong. Ask them why they think that.
I think that's the best approach.
Because if you ask somebody why they think a certain way, they gotta. I feel like I said this last episode too.
Mm-hmm.
They gotta stop and think to explain it to you.
Mm-hmm.
And in the process of thinking how to explain it, a lot of the times it's like it starts registering in their head like,
What
why
the
do I
fuck?
really not have a good explanation for this?
Mm-hmm.
And then even if they still believe it afterwards, they're a lot more likely to shut the fuck up about it. And they're not going to be mad at you because you never said they were wrong. You
Mm-hmm.
actually asked them, you wanted to hear more. So
I agree. I think
use
that's a good way
that.
to approach it.
Why do you think that? That's what you should always ask. Which this is going to be out after Thanksgiving, so
Next year, Christmas.
sorry for the late notice. But
It's okay. I'll use it. I hope that people are really fucking problematic this year,
I
especially
wish
because like
people
I
would be
feel like
problematic.
some of my grandparents are like really starting to really lose their minds and just say like anything, like don't like filter anything that they say. So it's like it's gotten worse, and I hope that this Thanksgiving
That's
it's just like
also a big thing. My grandpa had dementia,
yeah,
and everybody has told me about like how when their grandparents like yelling the N-word and they're like, sorry, he has dementia.
mm-hmm.
My grandpa, he never yelled the N-word when he had dementia.
Happy for your
He
grandpa.
was like, sometimes he was like, where the fuck is my car? And it's like, bro, you haven't had your car in the last 3 years.
Uh-huh.
But like, he never said a slur that I'm aware of.
Good for him.
Such an unproblematic man.
Really, truly, your family sounds so unproblematic.
It's really weird.
It is. I don't know, but I think it's kind of silly and good that way. Because then I'm like a little bit anxious all of the time, and I'm like, but then I just drink a little bit, so I'm a little bit anxious and a little bit tipsy, and then I'm like, and I just sit there with my food and observe everybody and like make my little noises.
I do wish
and my facial
somebody would argue
expressions.
just so I could feel something.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it's kind of
Not
boring.
quite.
It's kind of boring to just sit there and eat your food and talk about how good the food
No,
is.
I
Like,
do
the most
understand.
controversial thing probably comes from me being like, this tastes like shit.
Really? Okay, so yeah. So when you have family gatherings, do you guys have good discussions? Like, not even problematic. Do you guys talk to each other? Or is it all just kind of like weird, uncomfortable small talk?
Well, no, because most of it, it's like my aunt who I see all the time. So it's not, we
Oh.
don't really have small talk to talk about. It's like whatever's going. Obviously, it'll be like, well, how our class is going, like,
Mm-hmm.
blah, blah, blah. And then it's like, okay, let me tell you about Sheila. Sheila just had 3 heart attacks and a stroke.
Sheila.
And it's like,
Damn.
they're like, you remember Sheila? You met her when you were in kindergarten and you haven't seen her ever since. I'm like, no, I don't remember Sheila. And they're like, oh, well, she's going to die. So
Are you gonna be sad when Sheila dies?
that was a made up name.
Oh, Sheila's not real?
No. But you know what I'm really
Why would
worried?
he lie about Sheila's death?
You know what I'm really worried about for going home?
What?
The last 2 times that I've gone home on a break, somebody has died.
I was thinking about that the last time that you went home. I was like, why do people keep dying for Ethan? This is so sad.
I'm really worried that I'm going to get home and find out that somebody else is dead.
Are you really?
Mm-hmm.
I wish you luck. I
Thank
hope
you.
nobody else dies.
I'm
Especially
really
not
worried.
you.
I started thinking about it when I was going to sleep one night. I'm like, God, I'm going to get home and somebody's going to die.
Yeah.
And it's going to be my fault.
And why is it your
came
fault?
home.
No.
And I already know the trend. I'm manifesting too many bad things
You are.
right now.
Let's talk about something happy. What's your happiest Thanksgiving memory? I'll go first.
Wait.
Or you can go if you have one
I
in
wanted
mind.
to talk about how I am going to meet the love of my life and we are going to spend Christmas together.
Why? I mean, you can if you want. I feel like you already just talked about it.
Well, I just need to let you know that that's what's going to happen.
This Christmas?
This Christmas.
You're going to find the love of your life?
Mm-hmm. In like the next 2 weeks. I can feel it in my soul.
You can also feel that somebody's gonna fucking kill you soon.
Maybe it's the same person. But yeah, that's gonna happen. I will get proposed to. Not by Christmas, but soon.
Okay.
And it's gonna be spectacular. And I will not have to die.
Okay. Do you want me to unpack this or no?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. So why do you have to die if you don't get married?
Because I'm not gonna have money. I don't make enough money. I don't make enough money. I don't make
You're not
enough
working
money.
at all this week.
Oof. I don't make enough money.
That's why we need you guys to watch our video.
You
Please.
guys, listen.
So my friend
This is
doesn't
my
have to
only
kill
hope.
himself. Guys, this is a plea from Reese Riera. I really don't want my dear friend here to the... Does the camera flip? Does the camera flip?
No.
Will you be to the left or the right of me?
I don't know.
My friend right here, Ethan Outman.
I don't know why you have to say
him
which side of you I'm on.
to have to pass away. So please, what? This is so manipulative. You don't have to watch. Anyways.
They're already like 43 minutes in if they are watching. So I feel like that's...
Anyways. Okay. So when will the wedding be?
Maybe... God, I don't know. I think I'm gonna get married like right after I get out of college.
Okay. Do I still get to be the priest or?
Yeah.
Okay. Depending on where I'm living, you might have to fly me out.
You can fly your damn self out.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, but yeah, okay. But not if I leave the country. Yeah, if I leave the country, I'll find a way to get to your wedding. And if you don't invite me, you bet your fucking bottom I'll find out that you're getting married, and I will find a way to attend. And I will shoot the priest dead. Oh my god, I went to church the other day, and my fucking priest was a ginger.
Oh my... I didn't know they allowed that.
I know. He was controversial as well.
What did he say?
He was talking about how he I didn't like him very much. His prayers that he offered up were for women, and that they for women who stay at home to live by the example set by the women in the Bible. And if you've never read the Bible, the women in the Bible are like just very like stupid, domesticated women who like don't really have any rights or say in anything and are taken advantage of. But he prayed that women would follow their lead. And he was a fucking ginger.
That sounds like the ideal life to me.
In a joking way?
No.
And a serious way. I mean, I get it, yes, but I don't like that a religious man is saying that.
I just want to be domesticated.
Okay.
Today is the ultimate test. It's my first time cooking for people.
Really? Ever? Are you nervous?
Yeah, I'm terribly nervous. And I didn't give myself enough time if I mess up.
I was gonna say.
It's like if I fuck up.
You want help?
No.
Okay, sorry for offering to help. I wish you luck.
Thank you. It's gonna go well. Probably.
It will.
If I'm getting married in a couple years, it has to.
So will you be the house husband?
I don't think I can cook though. My hips hurt when I stand for too long.
You need a hip replacement. Double hip replacement. My mom's getting a hip replacement.
Whoa, how
next
does she feel?
Month. She feels nervous.
I would be too.
She's gonna have a robotic hip.
can,
Anyways.
When you talk to her, be like, hey, anybody in there?
Can I do that with you?
Yeah.
I don't wanna. Which one is it? Anybody in there?
No.
Anyways. Well, so I'm confused. So as soon as you get married, will you throw Thanksgiving directly after?
What do you mean?
Well, like
Like the day after?
no, like the first Thanksgiving after you get married, will you throw it yourself?
Yeah, why wouldn't I?
Well, I don't know. Now, I mean, I don't know if you'd go to either like your family's Thanksgiving or whoever you marry's family's Thanksgiving, you know?
Oh,
Because like typically, I don't know if you don't if you're not like the head of the family or like the designated family that throws it. Like typically, you either go to like your family's or your significant other's Thanksgiving.
that's such a good point.
Thank you,
And I
I
never
appreciate it.
thought about that.
But I think it'd be good if you were freshly married and you're like, no, your entire family, my entire family, we're fucking throwing Thanksgiving.
And we gotta hope that somebody in the mix is racist.
Can I come and act like I'm racist?
Yes.
Yes. Can I also act like I'm schizophrenic?
Act?
Yes.
Okay.
Can I just be really problematic and be like,
Yeah.
and like throw food at people?
We'll have a special table for you. It'll be like Reese's
Special house,
Corner.
though.
It's gonna have a straight jacket on the chair for when you arrive.
I'll bring pie.
I'll set the pie aside and say, nobody eat that.
You immediately take the pie and rip my arms behind my back to be straight jacketed. I can't wait. I'll bring a lot of things, actually.
What will you bring?
I can bring you pie of any assortion. Not any. Well, any, yes. But I prefer pumpkin, Dutch apple, and pecan. Also known as pecan, but in middle school I was bullied out of saying pecan pie. But anyways, what do you say? I always said pecan. Some pecan pie.
This is gonna be controversial.
Yeah.
I say neither.
Do you say pecan? No. Pecan, pecan. What do you say?
Pecan.
Pecan? You would. Why? Wait, so you say pecan pie?
Pecan pie.
Pecan pie? Maybe that is what I used to say. Pecan pie. Pecan pie. Pecan. Pecan. I don't
Bro.
fucking know. Anyways, pecan pie is fucking good.
I've never had it.
Actually,
I told you this.
I know,
ago.
but I'm still shocked this time around. We also talked about this like last week. I make really good pecan pie bars, but I'm gonna make you some. I'm gonna come back with an entire Thanksgiving meal for you.
Good.
Yeah.
Um,
So, do you believe in leftovers? Sorry, I didn't mean to touch
do I
your knee.
believe in leftovers?
For Thanksgiving, like the next day, will you? Well, I don't know, because my family hosts, so we like send a lot home with people, but we always have so much leftovers. Will you eat leftovers for like the entire freaking week after? Or at least the day
No.
after?
Well, we
No.
normally don't have that much.
Okay. Oops, my Mikey.
But what we do is normally we have extra turkey.
Why is it being like this?
And
Did you see it? It's freaking running away from me.
and we make turkey soup
That's adorable. My turkey soup.
because it's like chicken noodle soup except with turkey instead.
Have you ever made turkey casserole?
No.
That's what my grandma will make when now that they're older, they don't host it anymore, but when they were able to host, she would, with all the leftovers, she would make turkey casserole. So on like the weekend, like Sunday after Thanksgiving, we would go to her house, and it's just like you mix like the turkey with like the mashed potatoes and gravy, and you like mix it all together with like other stuff, I don't know, and then you put the stuffing on top, so like a layer of stuffing on top, and then you bake it, and it sounds gross, but it's really good.
I'm kind of over white people just mixing everything together and calling it a casserole, to be honest with you.
To be real with you, that is the only casserole that I ever had growing up. I never really experienced I've never had green bean casserole, really. Ever.
How do you feel about it?
I don't know, I've never had it.
Oh, you still haven't to this day?
No.
Why didn't you try it the one time?
When?
When we were at the dining
Because
hall.
it didn't look good.
It
It looked really bad. It looked
was
like they
like-
were snap peas. I was like, why are they fucking that round and jagged?
I didn't have green bean casserole till last year.
Really? How did you
It's
like it?
actually pretty decent,
Oh.
I'd say.
Yeah, that
As
I've
long
never
as it's got
had.
the stuff on the top. If it doesn't have the crunch on the top, it's not good.
What is it? I feel like it's not casserole then if it doesn't have something on top. I feel
Well,
like
you
there has to
know-
be a layer
you-
of something on top for it to be casserole.
Okay.
Okay.
But you know, like when people get it, they always go for the top first. So
Yeah.
whatever's left is like the bottom mushy part.
I understand. What other casseroles are you against? Like I said, I've never really had any other kind of
I'm
casserole.
against basically every kind of
You ever had
casserole.
tuna casserole?
No.
Never had it. Me neither. What other
Okay,
kinds are
why'd
there?
you?
Because I'm trying to think. Because you're like, I'm sick of fucking white people, but I don't really know. I've never had neither. Anyways,
Huh?
nothing. What do you think? Do you have like appetizers for Thanksgiving?
No.
Ugh, me? I ugh, ugh, ugh. So my family, mom and dad, if you're watching this, we need to stop freaking provide because they're like because people will typically come over at like 3 p.m. right, and then we'll eat around 4:30, right? So like we give some people some leeway to like show up. Everybody like has a drink or two, like whatever. And typically we'll put out like nuts or something, right? Or I feel like that's like a typical thing to do. Do you get what I mean? Like you put out like nuts or like chips or something for people to snack on before. Do you get what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But my parents are always so insistent that we have like a full like spread of appetizers before. And I'm like, that doesn't make any sense. Like the point of Thanksgiving is literally to eat so much fucking food. Like why are we this year they're like, we need to have a charcuterie board. I'm like, why? Like what is the point of that? Like you're gonna spend all this money on these expensive fucking hard meats and cheeses, and then it's like nobody's gonna eat it, or they're gonna eat it and then they're gonna be too fucking full for the food. So I'm anti appetizers before Thanksgiving, but maybe I
Okay.
think that might just be a me problem.
I've never experienced an appetizer.
Ever?
No, ever in my life.
I would consider the rolls from Texas Roadhouse an
Yeah,
appetizer.
I love those rolls so much. And the breadsticks from Olive Garden, they don't hit as hard as they
Can I
used
tell
to,
you
though.
something?
No,
Okay.
not if it's controversial.
Okay.
Go.
You told me I couldn't.
Go.
The breadsticks from Olive Garden are never as good as you'd think they'd be. They'd be better if they were filled with cheese. But I think most things would be. You know what's really
I can
good?
think of a
The
couple
stuffed
people.
crazy bread. That'd be better filled with cheese.
Yeah,
Who?
like everybody.
I agree. I fucking
Just
love cheese. I had 2 cheese sticks in your honor today. I went back into the fucking cooler and I was like, this one's for Ethan. And I had a fucking cheese stick.
What was
It's
the
like you were
second one
dead.
for?
The second was also for you.
Oh, it wasn't for you. None of them were for you.
No. I owe it all to you. Like these for Ethan. They were good. They were really good. I was like, wow.
They?
Yeah.
Now, I have a really controversial thing to
Oh,
say.
I work at Little Caesars, by the way, and I was eating cheese sticks. Oh, Brooker Lisa, I'm sorry if you're watching this. Okay, what do you have to say?
I like to take my cheese sticks out of the fridge and get them a little warm before I eat them.
I agree with ya.
They're
I don't know
not
if you're
as
fucking with me, but I'm
they're
being dead
not as
ass.
tasty when
I
they're
agree.
cold. You can't taste the flavor.
I agree. I agree with you entirely. I think that most things, if they're supposed to be served, thank you. This is what I've been saying. Most things, if they're supposed to be served hot, you can't taste them fully. If they're either supposed to be like an extreme hot or an extreme cold, I feel like I can't fully taste the flavors. I can only when it's like, like a cheese stick, it's like when you have it like lukewarm or like really hot fucking soup. I have to have it like a little bit lukewarm so then I can fully taste the flavors. You know what I mean? Like when we drove to Florida and those cheese sticks sat for like probably too long, like 14 hours, and it was like, this is exactly what I want. Like it's basically like a fucking Play-Doh mushing out of the encasing, but it fucking fucks. God. Yes. I love lukewarm items to eat. Like soup, mac and cheese. I
Oh,
think
perfect. So I can make my mac and cheese early.
yes. Well, I think we're too late for that.
Gosh. Maybe I should quickly hire somebody to make it for me and then lie and say that I made it.
What do you mean quickly hire? Who would you quickly hire?
I don't know.
Okay.
A chef?
Okay. Well, good luck. You can also make it, and then we'll have my oven on so people can put their dishes in when they get there to keep them warm. What?
Whoa. This is like serious business.
Will you like your food cold?
No.
Me neither.
But we'll have it on. Also, how do I do the Ritz crackers?
What do you mean? Is it not in the recipe?
No. I'm
Oh.
using a different recipe to make the mac and cheese.
Can I help you out when we're not on a podcast,
No,
right?
can you tell me now?
Oh,
I need to
sure.
know.
I assume you just crush it up and mix it with a little bit of melted butter. I've never made mac and cheese with Ritz on top, though.
Okay.
But I can look for you and help you out. Also, okay, is mac and cheese a typical dish at your family's Thanksgiving?
No, but I really like mac and cheese.
Me neither. Like, my family has never had mac and cheese, but I feel like every other family does at Thanksgiving. Like, everybody else considers it like a traditional, like, Thanksgiving dish, and my
Well,
family
what
has
kind?
never
Is
had
it
mac
like
and
crock
cheese.
pot mac and cheese that
I think it's typically like baked.
baked? I love baked
I
mac
think
and
people will have it with
cheese.
cornflakes on top for. Oh my god, have I told you
Cornflakes.
about the pie, the pumpkin pie that I'm gonna make for Thanksgiving at home?
No.
Do you want me to?
Sure. Yes, yes, yes.
What?
I'm so excited to hear.
Okay, if it's good, I'll make it for you too, but I wanted to test run it while I'm at home first. So, what?
Home is the test run
Yeah.
because you're too nervous to give it here.
Well, no, because I don't have all the like equipment too, because I have to make caramel, and I don't have a candy thermometer at home or here, but I have one at home. So if it's good, I'll bring my candy thermometer. But that's forgot to bring it with me to college. But anyways, it's an apple cider infused pie crust with a layer of salted caramel, and then pumpkin pie, and then a white chocolate meringue. What do you think?
Okay,
What do you think?
fine.
Okay.
I feel good about it.
Well, maybe if it's good, I'll bring you a piece.
Okay.
Anyways, my toe hurts. Your
Both
too?
of my knees hurt really bad.
Why do your knees hurt?
Because they've been bent for so long.
Well, my toe hurts. I don't know what else to say.
I don't have anything else to say. I need to go make some mac and cheese.
I need to go make something that's something I can't tell you about. But
She's
anyways,
making hot dogs.
no, that's not what I have to make. That I'm gonna make right before. I have something else.
What?
Can't tell you.
Why? Ugh!
We have to go, guys. We still love you. I could love you more though.
Okay.
Any other
Happy
words?
Thanksgiving. Goodbye.